countdown to championship on the line. David Grubnic watching to see what will happen to Richard Hartman, the crew chief for Terry McMillen. It has to feel like some sort of cruel irony. I talked about how the fact you're going up there safe. Have you ever had a more gut-wrenching tune-up call?
No. I mean, we're going to have to beat what possibly could be the world champion this year, you know, and that's a heck of a team over there. But, I mean, basically our car was on an excellent pass, and we just had a parts failure, and I can't change anything. I got to go up there and run it, and run it as hard as we can, and I think the Emily car will be good.
Nerves?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Let's go to the top end. Gary Jarrow.
Well, here's a pretty serious moment. That's McMillen's car. It is back on the line. They're going to start it, and they are ready to run against Del Worsham. He can win with that car. If he beats Del Worsham, he is in the playoffs. But let's not forget that engine explosion and how apprehensive you probably ought to be, at least if you're smart. It's a huge matchup coming up. McMillen and Worsham. We'll have it when we return. Back at the MacTools U.S. Nationals, presented by Lucas Oil Raceway, Indianapolis, Indiana, the biggest drag race in the world, and this is a huge moment in that event. Terry McMillen, you're on board with him. Remember the engine explosion? How can you forget? We've shown it like 700 times, but they got it back. They got at least something working back there. We don't know how good it is. I'm not sure they know. He goes up against the points leader, Del Worsham.
And one final thought from Richard Hartman about the crew chief and what he has to do right now. He's been poring over everything, trying to remember about all the little pieces and parts and the idiosyncrasies those pieces and parts have, Ed. And I know you've been in the tuning role before. A blower, as simple as a blower, each has its own personality, and that's going to affect this run.
Everything on that car has its own personality, and the guys have done a fantastic job getting it back together, and, you know, gave him a shot.
A shot is all he had, though, and he didn't get it. Del Worsham runs a 381 to a 410 for Terry McMillen. Terry did everything he could. John Kernan.
And David Grubnic, very happy, getting some congratulations. You're in the countdown to the championship.
Yeah, thank you. You know, for Connie, all my guys, and it's not just about me. It's, it's about our supporters, Candlewood Suites, Rocky Boots, Redline Oil, Technicoat. We represent all those people, so we need to carry that forward into the countdown. But wow, this is pretty exciting. So with Bob Vandergriff ran an 84, and Terry McMillen with all the drama he had, it was a good show. But I'm happy to be there. Thank you.
Is it a big deal, or how much bigger is it to be 10th versus being outside the countdown to the championship?
Well, it's prestigious, right? That's what it's all about. So, it's a whole new series again. We all pretty much start from scratch. So, it's something we want to be in, not just for ourselves, as I said, for our supporters. So, we're thrilled with it. But like I said, it was, I was catching bits and pieces, or actually catching all of it. And so it was very dramatic. A lot of fun. Thank you.
And remember, too, what hurt Terry is the fact that he had an oil penalty and lost 10 points with that engine explosion. Semi-final matchups, Antron Brown, Larry Dixon. Lane Choice will go to Dixon.
Another matchup, Larry's teammate Del Worsham. They both ran 381. He's going to run up against Brandon Bernstein. He'll have lane choice by virtue of that 381.